Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It's 2022 and I'm out prospecting. Got to find new places. I'm on a new trail. Well, I say trail. Trail lasted a little while. Now I decided to follow downhill instead of walking up the trail. I don't want to go up the hill. I want to go down the hill. So I found me on this little cut. I'm walking down it. I want to see new spots, new parts of the creek. See if we can find some gold out there. I tell you, I can already hear it. And we're about to go down quick. Let's see if we can find some gold today. So here's that down. That's pretty steep, really. I have to take my time going through there because everything's wet. A lot of dry leaves on top of it. You can see little patches of ice still from the sleet storm, freezing rainstorm a few days ago. Some places it's more. Over in the distance, it's a shady hill. Quite a bit over there. You see the water flowing. And I guarantee you I've walked past that patch of creek before. But from this side, I don't know exactly where it is in my mind. But I have an idea. Made it down. Have an idea that going up's going to be harder. Creek's looking nice. It's flowing really good for back up in here. We got a wall and a turn and some big rocks. Pretty sure this area's been worked really heavily. This is one of the main areas from way back when. But there's still gold here. So I'm going to drop my pack, scamper across or go up and down. Just get a look. Try to get my bearing a little bit exactly where I'm at. Walking the creek here, looking for subtle changes. That's right here where it kind of did a slight turn, right where some big rocks were impacting right here. So I moved some of the big rocks and I got a scoop. So what color is it? It's in there, can you see it? It's an old piece of amber, but there's something else there beside it. There's a piece of glass, and there's the second crystal for the day. Crystals are denser than most rocks, and so is glass. So I might need to just do two here just to see if I can come up with anything. But let's pan this out, see what we get. That's a keeper right there. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, it looks better in person than on camera. The first scoop yielded a couple pieces of micro from the flood, but it was really clean material. The second scoop down, I got into the mud, so there's potential. Gold in the pan, there it is. We got a few specks going on in there. Looks better in the camera than it does in the pan. I can see more of them too. That's not too shabby, but I saw a spot when I was looking around and I just gotta get in it. So I'm gonna go check that spot out. And remember this. Video update. I've done several test pans up and down trying to follow it. Got some skunks. Double back. Found a different spot and there's the best pan of the day. It's not that impressive. You can see they're just nice specks really. I'm gonna do another pan from that spot. It was just a particular interest spot. It's not like something I can work all day. It was just a funny spot. You can tell that there was a little bit of broken rock coming out of it. Some clay. I'm going to shake one more from there and let the water clear it out so I can see what's happening. Then I got to figure something out. Working my way on down, it kind of got less and less and less. And if I was going to go down any further than that, I would have to move everything. It's going to be too far. So I think best is to try to poke around up here where I set my pack down at, see if there's anything up there before I move on. If I can't find anything, I'll probably move on down there and try to salvage the day in something. So let's get some gold. Well, that wasn't a total waste of time. I got 2 neat crystals and about 50 dots of gold and some specks. Nothing like I want to call a fleck or anything bigger. So I'm going to pack everything up and I'm going to head to a different spot. But I also learned new trails, new tracks, new paths. Shorter, more difficult. In's not a problem, out's going to be a tough time. I'll let you know how that goes. So I guess I'm just going to take me a little breather and pack up and hike to a spot and start doing some buckets. Got a little time to do a few. Let's get to it. Oh yeah, the second pan from that spot was only about 2 cups of material, and there was no more material to get, and it was just as good as the first pan. I wish I had something like that. I could work all day. It ran out, and I come up here and I did 2 or 3 test pans, and it's a lot of flood material. There might be gold deeper down, but I'm not going to take the time to do it. It looked like a good paste streak area, but it's really bottlenecked. It's too swift through there to really dig it right now. So I'm moving. I'll have to come back and check this out a little bit better another day. That was further than I thought it'd be. I'm gonna have a big hike out of here today. So I got all set up down here. I got a nice bank there, chest high, to help me out, but there's no place to go here. There's a lot of deep water in between the way. You can hear more water flowing downstream from me. Probably have to sluice down there. So I'm gonna get in here and do 1 test pan and see if I'm on gold. Then I'm gonna start digging. I'm gonna do 2 buckets at a time and see how that works. Woo, checking in. This is gonna be a lot of fun. So this is the paste streak that we worked in the past, right down through there. So I'll come in here and I was gonna pick up, and I noticed it completely covered up, blown full of flood sediment. So what I did is I panned a pan, and I found a nice speck of gold in it. I didn't film it. Wasn't great. So I filled these 2 buckets up with the flood material that filled up this paste streak. And it was the 2 quickest buckets I ever dug. And I'm gonna take it down there and run it through the sluice real fast. But after that was out of the way, I tried to dip down and find pieces of the paste streak that I was chasing before. And there's parts of it. You can see there's still a little bit of flood mix in there. But there's the organics in the clay and the blue rock. It's looking real nice. So I'm gonna shake this, see if there's still gold down there. I'm hoping it's gonna be the best pan of the day. Take those down there, run through the sluice and set that up, and with the water flow you can hear it. Probably just be able to throw the buckets through real fast and see how much. It's gonna be interesting to see how much gold's traveling. Well, that turned out to be 1.5 pans worth of material there. So it's going to be interesting to see if the gold fell through first or if it was locked up in the clay. It's a lot of fun stuff happening. Well, there wasn't enough gold in either one of them pans to waste any more time talking about it. So I'm going to lug these down and waste my time running them through because, well, it's just for knowledge. I just want to see how much gold's on the move. And it's 2 5-gallon buckets, quick classified. There was some bigger gravels in there. We'll run it through. It's not very clean, but it is just flood pushed in from this past event. Woo! She's ripping, boys, and I'm just throwing it to it. This is that flood material. We're going to see what's on the move. I'm already on the 2nd bucket, as quick as I can go. It's handling no problem though. Should be done here in about 2 minutes. Clean it, spin it, see what's in it. Yeah, it's running good. Alright, here's that cleanup. Not that many black sands, didn't expect many. Zoom in a little bit. And this is the amount of gold that's on the move into just those 2 buckets during this past flood. I didn't know what to expect, but maybe that's more than I expected. Nothing of any great size. A couple of decent specks there to the left and some fines. I'm going to snuff this up and see if I can find some good gold. Hey, checking in video update. I got these buckets full. I'm getting ready to tote them and run them real quick. And I've been doing some test pans through here, and I just can't hit it. Either that pay's gone or I just can't pick it up again, can't find it. I was seeing little parts of it mixed in with this overflow burden here, but I kind of went up and down, went scratching around, went on a little test pan run there. And this is the best spot I found from a test pan. and I like that. That's more gold than that last 2 bucket run there. Just got to keep looking for it. Didn't want to give it up today. It was really looking bleak, but that pan might have saved us. So snuff that up, go run these 2 buckets, and see if I can get back on it. Okay guys, I got that second run here. We're about to spin it together. I hadn't seen anything except for a little bit of fine dust there on the side. Pretty excited to get back up and get me 2 buckets of what we just found. But I'm hoping that some of them clay bits I hit in here was pieces of that old paste streak. We might get a piece or 2 of gold in here. We got a little bit more black sand to get through. Oh, there she is. That's a bigger, you can already see it through that black sand. That's a little bigger. I'll give it a little shake, spread it out. Don't want to move, does it? Alright, I'm going to tap this out and we'll be right back. We'll take a better look at that piece. Well, I did hit something a little bit better in that run, but it's still not spectacular. That's probably the biggest piece of the day. It's kind of square too. That ain't too bad. So let's blow that away. Let's do a lot better. Let's get in that new hole. So hey guys, it looks like I'm into that good stuff. Look at that. It is bad. So I took just a little piece of it and put it in this pan. Look how thick that is. You can tell what it does to the water there. So only that much material in the pan. I'm going to shake that down and see if it can produce anything. Neat. I'm going to have to break those clay balls down pretty good. You can see them. You can see the grit and stone in them. Looks like the good stuff to me. Update, that was just a couple cups, not even a quarter pan. And there's some nice specks. And look at those wiry bits there. Those are 3 of the biggest pieces I've seen today, I think. Looking really nice. That was just a tiny bit of material. So let's extrapolate that up. It's going to be a great run, But it's probably going to be the last run because it has taken forever to get the material out of the ground and to get it classified. Hey guys, checking in, working on this last run. Well, look at that material. Full of clay balls and trying to keep it mixed up and broke down real good. That's some thick. That's not chocolate milk. That's mortar. They're running in the sluice. Running pretty good. So just getting the clay broke down, make sure it has enough time to see all those riffles. We're hoping for a bigger piece of gold in this run. I got these 2 buckets. I'm going to run them and then that's going to be the day. We're going to look at some gold, hopefully. This run is going to match the rest of the day. It's got to. All right, save the day. Look at this. This is just that last run. I was swirling it back and I saw all these pieces show up. And I was pretty excited about that. And this guy appears. I'm like, wow. Let's see some of them finds. Yeah. Bunches of them. That's probably twice what I already got in my snuff for today. So this stretch here, so this area here is less about finding the pay streak and more about finding pay pockets. Because there's bedrock everywhere and you can't tell until you start digging where there's a V cut or a clay deposit or broken up sedimentary rock full of little pieces of gold like this. You just never know. And you just have to go out and dig, and if you can't dig, move over 2 feet and dig there. And that's just what I was doing today and trying to find some spots. I don't reckon there's too much more around here. But you take 2 more steps and there's a rock, take 2 more steps and there's a slot. So there it is. So that's it from down here at the creek today. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. We didn't find that much gold really, but we answered a few questions, hiked some new trails, tried some new areas. They didn't all work out, but in the end I just kept at it. I finally found a spot where I could break through and get a little bit of gold. I got a snuffer dumped right here. So join me on Patreon for big gold prizes. Remember to hit like, subscribe, and get in the creek and get that gold.